What's going on, guys? It's Risquee from GLBL. I wanted to show you something real quick in this video that I figured out pretty recently in OMNISPHERE on how to link any parameter within OMNISPHERE, how to take that and link it to your MIDI controller, no matter basically whatever MIDI controller you're using. As of late, I've noticed hardware synths are becoming super popular because you can get your hands on them, you can record live automation, you can do a lot of hands-on sound designing, which is something you can't really do in OMNISPHERE. At least I didn't know a way. You know, you're kind of limited to just clicking around in here on the attack, decay, sustain, and release, those type of things. And then you've got your filter here that you can play with, and different patches, and then you can do different sound design things within there on different sound sources. So I wanted to figure out a way to be able to use a MIDI controller like a hard synth, but controlling OMNISPHERE from within my computer. So I did some Googling and all that good stuff, but I figured out a pretty easy way, and I'm going to show you real quick how to do it. So it's going to take all of about 2 minutes. I've just really scratched the surface on how to use it, but wanted to show you guys, that way you can maybe run with it, come up with your own ideas, maybe try this on different plugins. I think Analog Lab you can do something very similar with, especially if you have an Arturia MIDI keyboard. I know it's very easy. They're pretty much made for that. Anyway, let's get right into it. Boom. So to start, we're going to go to options. We're going to go to MIDI settings. And you should see here on input your MIDI controller right now, especially because I'm not home. I've got my little travel MPK MIDI 2, whatever this thing is. It's got 2 octaves here. And anyway, you want to make sure that's turned on to enable. And then for port, set it to whatever port you like. Right now I've got it set to 1, so it's super easy to remember. And that's all you need to do there. Then just exit out, and you're good to go. And then now in your OMNISPHERE channel, and this is why I think it'll work pretty well for other plugins as well, is just go to here, MIDI, input port, set to this, whatever you set it to in FL, set this to as well so that they match up. All right, so then you're all good to go there. Now the MIDI signals are sending and receiving from the same thing. And to get anything essentially learned to your knob, your fader, your pad, whatever you want to use, first grab the setting that you want to use. So in this case, for instance, I'm using the main cutoff, so on the master filter. Just right click it, MIDI CC learn, and then I just turn the knob that I want to use, which is this one. Whoop. And I don't have a camera on my hand. Let me see if I can raise this up. I'm turning the knob, there we go. And just so you can kind of hear what that sounds like. Very, very basic, nothing too crazy there. I'm not doing any like crazy sound design, but just kind of an example of how you can make this work. So quick little tip there on how to use it. I've also just, if you're looking for ideas on how you can use it, I've got knobs set up here. So I've got, I can control the level of the oscillators individually. And I've only got it for A and B, but you could also do C and D. You could do it for effects, whatever you'd like to do it on. And then I've also got it set up for the attack and release for A and B as well. So I've got one here, and where is it? On this one as well. And then same here and here. And you can set anything, pretty much I think anything in here that you want to it. So you can get pretty creative within it too. And if you've got a legitimate copy of OMNISPHERE, you can use a lot of their hardware patches like an actual synth, just by pulling up the actual sound, and then you can tweak the settings right here, no problem with your knobs. So wanted to show you guys how to do that. In the last thing I want to show you, this is what makes it really useful. Otherwise you have to program that every time you open OMNISPHERE. And again, this is something you can probably do with other plugins as well. So this is why I think this is the most important part of the video. But anyway, and I had shout out to Metzger. If you guys don't know Metzger Beats, he is the sensei. But anyway, he showed me this for using an the FPC, I think it's called here, for drums. Anyway, go to Save Channel State As, and so you can see I've got Omni Channel 1 saved. It's because I already did this. So you just go name it whatever you want and hit save, and then now it'll go right here under channel presets, Omni Channel 1. So whenever I want to use OMNISPHERE with it hooked up to my Akai Mini with all the knobs where I had that programmed to, I can just drop it in here, and just so like you can see it working, like look, I just dropped it in and it works no problem. So This can be very powerful. I'm looking to get a bit of a newer MIDI controller just so I have a couple more knobs and I have some faders that I can hook up to the ADSR. Have fun with it. Let me know in the comments any other cool ideas you have with it, or tag me on Instagram, Twitter. I would love to see what other people do with this. I think you can have a lot of fun, and then obviously this unlocks potential with recording the automation in live. So I'll probably have some videos that maybe dig a little bit more into this concept, or maybe just demoing this concept a little bit live. But like I said, I recently discovered it, wanted to share it with the people, so get out there, enjoy it, record some live automation through OMNISPHERE. It's a crazy powerful synth anyway, and everyone's got it. So rock on. Cheers.